Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and this is the channel where I went to business school so you didn't have to, and today we are talking about Nano Dimension's NNDM stock, Sofi Technologies SOFI stock, and Palantir Technologies PLTR stock. We're going to be going over their latest news updates as well as some stock price forecasts according to analysts for these stocks, on top of where these stocks could be as soon as next year. So if you want more videos like this one, remember to go and smash the like button right now, subscribe if you are new, comment your thoughts down below about Nano Dimension, Sofi, and Palantir Technologies, and without further ado, let's jump into the video. So, Nano Dimension stock, ticker symbol NNDM, currently trades for around $3.30. The low-end price target for the stock is $10. The average price consensus is also $10, and the high-end price prediction is also $10. And this is because only one analyst is covering this stock. If you didn't know, Nano Dimension is an industry leader in additive manufacturing of electronics, specifically 3D printing circuit boards, and they're also a leader in the micro-additive manufacturing market. And the company recently announced a collaboration with TTM Technologies, which is fantastic news. And through this collaboration, the company is going to open its first AME Nano Lab at TTM's Advanced Manufacturing Center. The goal of this center is to enable customers to complete AME workflows in just 2 steps, from the design of the original product all the way to the final prototype. Also, experts will be on call to work one-on-one with various industries regarding defense, aviation, aerospace, medical, and even advanced industrial, along with even the automotive industry. The reason why this collaboration is so nice is because TTM is also an expert in printed circuit boards, also known as PCBs, just like Nano Dimension. If we read later in the article, we can see that the president of the Americas for Nano Dimension said that 3D printed electronics are rapidly evolving and delivering a step change in electronics manufacturing. With this industry-leading partnership, we are launching our first AME Nano Lab network site. Our goal is to align roadmaps, research, and development to support TTM and their original equipment manufacturers, also known as OEMs, which will provide a better understanding of their use cases and materials requirements. As a result, customers will now be able to more easily explore the 3D space for high-performance electronic devices, while also reducing environmental impact in electronics manufacturing. The CEO of TTM said this in response by saying that we are excited to have a Nano Lab in our advanced manufacturing center. Our work with Nano Dimension's equipment will complement our other efforts in additive electronics manufacturing, as well as our larger Industry 4.0 efforts at TTM. So this is very exciting news that Nano Dimension has landed another fantastic collaboration on top of their plethora of partnerships, joint ventures, and acquisitions that Nano Dimension has delivered to their shareholders. So overall, it looks like fantastic news yet again from Nano Dimension. However, we will have to see if this fantastic news is reflected in the stock price, because in the past that has not happened very often. Now let's talk about Sofi's SOFI stock and how they are absolutely primed for long-term growth on top of a fantastic platform right now that aligns a perfect trajectory. So even though the stock price is falling, it is still a fantastic buying opportunity. And don't take my word for it, let's see what analysts are saying about the stock. Currently, the SOFI stock trades for around $13.30. The low-end price target by analysts is $17. The average price consensus among analysts is $22 per share, and the high-end price prediction for the stock is $28. And analysts believe that SoFi stock could hit $28 by the beginning of 2023. So if we went from $13.30 all the way up to $28, that is a fantastic return in just a single year of over 100%. You probably already know that SoFi has been granted approval for their bank charter, so now they can move forward with their official acquisition of Golden Pacific Bancorp. And this will allow SoFi to be an official bank holding company. In total, once SoFi becomes an actual bank, they will have around $5.3 billion worth of assets on their balance sheet, and that is thanks to the acquisition of Golden Pacific. SoFi gets a fantastic double catalyst from this because the stock prices already ran up temporarily just from SoFi being granted approval for this acquisition, and now since the acquisition is going through, that acquisition is set to officially happen in February, which could cause another fantastic catalyst. If you didn't know, banking licenses and getting a bank charter is no easy feat, and this gives SoFi a fantastic competitive advantage over many other fintech companies, because fintechs that are unlicensed cannot hold deposits on their balance sheet. This will very positively impact their overall earnings and their earnings before tax, interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization, also known as their EBITDA. Ultimately, this bank charter is going to lead to much higher revenues, more diversification, a bigger safety net, and it's going to unlock many catalysts for SoFi as well as their stock price in the future. So again, I am extremely bullish on SoFi Technologies, and I'm willing to bet another $10,000 on them and double down on my already existing position. However, the caveat is this is a long-term play for me, and I am willing to wait 5 years because I don't need that money right now to see where this stock actually ends up. We also have a fantastic quote from SoFi's CEO, which says that this incredible milestone, speaking about the bank charter being granted, elevates our ability to help even more people get their money right and realize their ambitions. The quote goes on to say, "With a national bank charter, not only will we be able to lend at even more competitive interest rates and provide our members with a high-yielding interest in checking and savings, it will also enhance our financial products and services." Because SoFi will now operate as a bank, that means they also have FDIC insurance on their deposits and their various bank accounts, which just gives more protections for their customers. But despite this fantastic bank charter catalyst news, on top of fantastic Q3 earnings that beat analysts' expectations, the SoFi stock is continuously plummeting. Now, the reason for this is because fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the market due to the Federal Reserve increasing interest rates and because 10-year treasury bonds as well as other bonds are increasing for the interest rates that they can give investors. So this is why investors are pulling their money out of singular speculative innovation growth stocks and putting them more in a safer spot such as bonds. However, what investors haven't thought of is that this interest rate increase by the Federal Reserve is actually going to help SoFi because SoFi gets to increase their interest rates while staying competitive, which will then give them more revenue, especially on their loans. And we're going to talk about other catalysts and their loans just in a minute. A recent report from SoFi actually says that they anticipate that their revenues will grow by around 55% year over year for Q4 of 2021. So not only are we expecting an earnings beat for their Q4 report of 2021 and overall fantastic financials for the entire year of 2021, 2022 we already know is going to beat 2021 by a landslide due to the student loan repayments starting up again and therefore higher interest rates. Overall, SoFi as a company is anticipating top-of-the-line growth of 61% year over year, which is absolutely amazing. We can also see what their metrics would be with and without the bank charter. So even without the bank charter, which is highlighted in light blue, we can see an amazing positive slope all the way up till 2025, and of course 2026 would naturally be higher than 2025, so just a fantastic positive slope. But because of the bank charter, we can see even greater top-of-the-line growth, so we can anticipate better revenues, better earnings, and lower expenses thanks to this bank charter. But now I want to talk about my favorite catalyst for SoFi Technologies, and that is actually the Super Bowl. The NFL, or National Football League's Super Bowl, will be held at SoFi Stadium. So this is going to give SoFi fantastic publicity because the Super Bowl is going to be held at their stadium and it's going to be in consumers' faces literally the entire time. On top of the Super Bowl being held at a SoFi Stadium, where plenty of billboards and advertising will be going on for SoFi, another SoFi Stadium is also going to host the Olympics in 2028. So again, that is a fantastic future catalyst. SoFi's advertising has been extremely effective in the past, so we anticipate that this is going to be a fantastic catalyst both for the company in general as well as the overall stock price. Now I want to jump over and talk about Palantir's PLTR stock, and if you didn't know, Palantir is a big data and analytics player that serves both commercial clients as well as government agencies. The current PLTR stock price trades at $13.40, the low-end price prediction is $15 per share, the average price consensus among analysts is $21.83, and the high-end price target is $25.30. Recently, Palantir, just like SoFi, has taken a huge loss in its stock price, which to me, again, is a fantastic buying opportunity. Palantir stock looks like a fantastic buy right now, especially if you can get PLTR shares below $15. So again, anything below the low-end price target by analysts gives us a fantastic buffer of safety. So if you can get Palantir at its current price or even lower, that that is fantastic, and that would definitely be ideal. However, Palantir's overall growth, despite its stock price going down, the company is actually doing very well and it's consistently growing. Its sales are on track to rise about 40% in 2021, which is absolutely fantastic, and their management projects that their revenues will increase at around a 30% compounding annual growth rate, also known as CAGR, for 30% or more until 2025, which is a fantastic long-term opportunity if you would invest into the stock right now. Palantir's most recent catalysts was their collaboration with DuPont Therapeutics to help them discover new cures and treatments for challenging diseases, as well as their collaboration with a Korean company whose name is Hyundai Heavy Industries. Overall fair value estimates for Palantir stock range anywhere between $25 to $31. So again, if you can get the stock below $15, we have a huge buffer and margin of safety if you are investing into this stock long term. If you would invest into PLTR shares now, you would receive a potential 60% upside. Now, with that being said, you are buying the stock at a premium. The price over EBITDA, or earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization, is a multiple of around 46 times. So again, the stock price is expensive for what the company is currently generating in terms of EBITDA, revenues, and their overall financials. However, if you are very bullish on this company, the company should scale in time to meet these various ratios and criteria. But with that being said, you as an investor need to understand that this stock is extremely volatile, and it could go all the way down to $5 before it goes up and actually makes you a lot of profit. Palantir's main focus right now is to scale and build the company and bring in high revenue growth. They're really not focused about appeasing and pleasing investors or Wall Street, which is why the stock price is going to be very volatile until Palantir really finds the rhythm and the stock is starting to trend upwards. Now, because of this downtrend, we have two institutions that have actually lowered their PLTR stock price targets. One is Deutsche Bank, who lowered their stock price target to $18, and the other one is RBC Capital Markets, which lowered its stock price target to $15. However, like I said earlier, if you can get the PLTR shares below $15, you are in a fantastic buying opportunity right now. Or if you have an average cost below $15, you are in a fantastic position. But I would love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about the PLTR stock price? Comment your thoughts down below about Sofi Technologies and what you think of Nano Dimension. Remember to smash the like button if you haven't already, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in the next YT video.